What is up, players and losers in your mom's basement? It's your man Killer Elite here, bringing you a first from Gamescom 2014 Quantum Break gameplay on Xbox One. Of course, the best place to play games in 2014, 2015, or ever that is. Right now, he just manipulated time. Holy shit. I really don't know what happened. I think he just went back in time like 2 seconds so the helicopter was in a position so he could get by. Anyway, let's talk about Quantum Break today. Now, Quantum Break, as you all know, or if you don't know, is a story about something that some kind of time fracture happens at a U.S. university where a Canadian, an American, a British, and some other scientists were working, and somehow these people were they were working with time experiments, and somehow they're all able now to manipulate time, either fast forwarding, backwards, shifting through small segments of time or large segments of time to achieve certain goals. Now, the evil faction of this was one of the people named Paul Serene, and now see that little monarch symbol up there? That is a building that is a company called Monarch, and they were responsible for any kind of like evil doings, I guess. These guys, Jack and this other girl, are trying to stop the fracture that sees to cause the end of time, as Sam Lake from Remedy would say. He has a really weird accent. Sam Lake from Remedy. Anyway, back to the story. So these people are trying to stop the fracture, and obviously this company that you're fighting right now, he's shooting, is Monarch, who is run by Paul Serene, who's trying to not start the fracture, but try to manipulate time so he has more money, more power over the world's government and the world, something like that. So it's one of those villain situations. See how he just manipulated time, then came in for the punch and the kill. So you see how you can use different powers to manipulate time and slow down time so that you kill these people, which is actually very, very the graphics are amazing. That's another thing I want to talk about. So you guys know the story. The graphics in this game are actually very, very well done. They're better than Watch Dogs, I feel. They're just as good or even better than Rise, Son of Rome, or CryEngine. Remedy did a good job in this game. They've been working on it for a while. Some of their history is, they did the game, if you guys don't remember the game, Alan Awake. It was a pretty good game. It had a live-action TV series along with it, too. This will have a live-action TV series that will be edgy. The game will focus on the heroes, and the show will focus on the power play inside Monarch with Paul Serene and some other people inside Monarch. Now, obviously, he just threw a depth charge, so he's going to manipulate time, run around, let that blow up, something like that. So the graphics in the game are very well done. You see like the whole environment, the gun aspect. It looks very, very contributing qualified. Obviously, stuff blowing up. The time rupture. That's a very hard thing to do in animation, is to rupture different time actions, things like that. Like this guy, he just ruptured time, and then all the things moved with each other, and he runs really fast, which is a very cool element of the game. I want to see how that comes out, because it's going to be really, really intense to see how he's going to slow down time, manipulate time, and how it's going to go together like that. But obviously, yes, they made Alan Awake. They did a pretty good job on that, though it didn't reach as many sales as they wanted to. This game, I'm pretty sure that's coming out in 2015 for Xbox One and Xbox One and PC, is going to be a very, very good game. I'm definitely looking forward to this game, and I'm definitely going to pre-order it or buy it. It also comes with the live-action TV series on disc, just like the Halo 5 Master Chief Collection will. Anyway, moving on. The whole thing of manipulation of time. Now, it looks very, very cool how he stops time and then something blows up like that. You just saw how the thing blew up, or he'll put a force field around them, or go in and beat them down, or anything like that. Like he'll kill them with stopping on their face and like that. Like that looks very, very interesting, and I can't wait to be able to manipulate time so I can run through the time spectrum or alternate universes or some parallel dimension to achieve my goal. Now, I'm still not positive on if you can. I think you can only counteract measures in time of certain small segments. I think you can only manipulate small segments, so you can't really, you can't go back 1,000 years, you can't go back this way. I think he's going to be able to manipulate time so that lock was never in place an hour before or something like that. So he could change time to probably either a couple seconds or a couple minutes or something like that. I don't think he can change time that much, but I bet Paul Serene, his whole ideal is to change time so he can become the power of the U.S. or Canada or whatever, something like that, so he can overthrow the world's government and become good. So he will be able to change events that happened maybe 20 years ago or 10 years ago, and he'll be able to know the time spectrum and the whole time schedule, which will be very interesting to see how Jack is going to stop him. Obviously, the graphics are absolutely astonishing in this game, as you can see right there. Even in this cinematic, see he's breaking the time barrier, and see what's going to happen there. Whoa, Jesus, what the... See, he just somebody manipulated time to stop that truck from killing him. So, this is going to be one crazy game. There's going to be stuff blowing up, manipulation of time, multi universes like freaking Lost, and creatures and shit coming out of nowhere. I don't even know what it's going to be like, but it's going to be sick as hell. Now, let's go on to the weapons we've seen so far. Now, the weapons we've seen so far are really mostly time weapons. I mean, they're mostly like, let's see the birds floating there. It's mostly manipulating time in this game. Like, the helicopter's all frozen. Everything's frozen in this weird thing of time. But then it's all going to explode. It's going to all, like, trigger back because they're trying to... The fracture in time obviously causes to seize the end of the universe or anything like that. And see how the time is starting to slowly manipulate back together and then it'll blow up or something like that. But... in this game, really, the weapons you see, there's probably some assault rifles as we see later in this gameplay, and there's also some, see, he's looking at these people who are frozen, and there's also some, like, you know, you saw the pistol, whatever, shooting, but most of the weapons, I think, are going to be time-related. Why? I don't know why the Monarch people are shooting these random citizens, but we're definitely going to see how it happens. I guess you can look at people's past, something like that, by touching them or feeling them. That'll be very interesting to see how that's going to work out. Now, the multiplayer faction in this game, I don't believe there's going to be a multiplayer faction because it's not one of those games where there is much of a multiplayer faction. So, like, I'm guessing that, you know, he just went through the bullet. That was really weird. Went to the bullet area, but the multiplayer, it's not a multiplayer game because, you know, you're moving time. Like, the way it would be very, very hard to make a multiplayer game where you're moving all sorts of time fragments and things like that. But slowing down time or making it stop completely looks absolutely amazing. Oh, who the hell is this guy? He got through the time spectrum somehow, and this guy's able to manipulate time too. So that's going to be interesting to see who this villain is. He kind of looks like he's wearing a Juggernaut suit or something like that, like a Juggernaut time suit, which is probably developed by Monarch because of different things. He just picked up the weapon. Now he's going to be able to shoot this. Whoa, what is going on? This is going to be one hell of a sick game because these people are all going to be able to manipulate time and move through time segments. It's going to be really, really intense. I can't wait for that. Anyways, I also want to talk to you guys about X14. I might have the chance to go to Xbox Media Briefing 14 in Toronto, Ontario. It's going to be this huge thing where I'm going to be able to play, talk to developers, talk to Phil Spencer, who's the head of Xbox, maybe talk to Bonnie Ross. B43 Industries will be there. All sorts of people will be there. Will get me in line for what I want to do, video game design later on. And I'm also going to get like some guy with a camera to follow me around and videotape it for you guys for YouTube. So I hope you guys find that awesome because I can't wait for that. That'll be sick if I can go. You know, going to Toronto, it'll be awesome. I get to stay there. I get to see all the games before they come out, all this new footage, talk to developers about what they think the game's going to be. I'll get to play Forza 2, Halo 5 Guardians maybe, or Halo... So Halo 5 Guardians, Halo Master Chief Collection, obviously I want to see that. There's going to be Assassin's Creed Unity there. There's going to be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. There's going to be all sorts of unique games. And there's going to be also Quantum Break too. So I can't wait to see that. That's going to be amazing. Remedy's done a great job in this game, I think, so far. Like, this looks absolutely ridiculously sick. I can't wait to try to manipulate time with these people. So guess what, guys? Hopefully you guys can join me to manipulate time together on Quantum Break for Xbox One. Remember, guys, Gamer Fusion, empower your gaming. And remember, Xbox One, jump ahead.